Hey guys, it's Dag, and it is Tataru Tuesday, which means I'm in Eorzea and I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV for the very first time because I'm a noob and I have never played this game all the way through. I haven't played this game ever, actually. So I am leveling a monk. He is Chad Fist, and he's up to 53. And where I am today is I am in between the story that is the original Final Fantasy XIV game and the first expansion, Heavensward. And what I have discovered is that, lo and behold, the Heavensward is gated behind, the main scenario is gated behind 3 raids. Last week, I went in and had my butt handed to me several times, actually 3 times, in the first of the 3 raids. And today we're going to try and tackle the second one. And so this is what I'm up to today. For those who are interested, I've got holidays that I usually tell people about. Today's holiday is National Punctuation Day. So punctuation is important because you never know what you're telling someone, especially if they don't have the comma in the right place. And I'll let you think about that one, okay? Because, yeah, punctuation is important. I need to share something with you folks, and this is kind of on a personal basis. I wanted to dedicate today's stream to my mother-in-law. My mom-in-law, unfortunately, lost a battle with cancer early this week. And luckily, wifey was able to be there with her along with some other family members and such. It was quite sudden. She was living in a different state. She lives over in Arizona. We're in California, so a couple states away. And like I said, luckily, wifey was able to be there with her by her side when she passed away. But anyway, my mother-in-law was a gamer. This is a picture from a fun time we had playing Rummy Cub. I don't even remember exactly when this was, but this kind of gave me it was a great picture of my mother-in-law because it just showed you what a character she was when she's playing games and such. And she was cutthroat, man. She wanted to win everything that she played. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my family and tell them thank you so much for, I want to do a shout out to my mother-in-law in particular for being such a wonderful second mom to me, and also for bringing my wifey into this world. And I am so lucky to have her, and I am lucky to have known my mother-in-law as well. Anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's get into real fun time when we're actually going to play here. So I need to bring my game back up. There we go. I've been having all kinds of technical difficulties. This morning, my coffee maker blew up on me. I mean, like, Jesus, when does that happen ever? You know, it's like, I have one of these coffee makers that grinds the beans and then it, boils the water and then it puts the water through the grounds and you get a pot of coffee on the bottom end. And that's cool. I like that. But this morning, the front door like popped wide open and coffee started spitting everywhere. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? So I have spent most of my morning cleaning the kitchen, trying to find all the grounds and all the coffee that sprayed everywhere and everything. So luckily I got a cup of coffee. I'm set, and we're ready to go. Let's see what the duty finder has for us with regards to how long this is going to take, because that's not what I wanted. No, we're not doing that. We're doing duty finder. There we go. Syrcus Tower. I'd already set it up. That's where we're doing Syrcus Tower. Let's see if we can get into this. looks like you guys are going to get to watch me have fun in this. We'll see if I can stay alive, or at least not completely screw up the entire raid. We'll find out. So I also did some research on the third raid, just in case we get to that point today, the World of Darkness, and that one sounds like it's got some interesting stuff with regards to mechanisms and okay, who hasn't accepted? There's one DPS sitting there. Oh, you got to be kidding. All right, fine. Here we go. Let's see if this guy accepts. Now we lost a tank. Still missing a tank. Okay, we got all the DPS, but we're still missing a tank. There we go. Here comes the fun part. All right, purple pillars, purple to the pillars, fireballs to melt the frozen people, and if you get frozen, hope they unfreeze you. My big thing in these raids is trying to figure out how to get around, because I had the whole raid party dive into a portal that I didn't know existed the other day. And it's like, what happened to the damn team? All right, we're here. I am where? I'm not in an A, B, or C group apparently, so that's cool. Okay, we're going left. I will go left. And everyone sprints, because that's the thing. Okay, we're gonna go. Well, I think we've got like a bunch of crap to go through first. Nope, we get right into the boss. Okay. Who am I targeting? Anybody in particular? I swear to God, if I die on the first boss, I'm going to be pissed. Who am I? This is all just... This isn't even a boss. This is just Crash. So... At least I'm targeting something now. No, let's get out of that. Alright, good. I even backed away from the screen. It's like, get out of that! Okay, people going to the left. I'm Alliance A, so I guess that's where I'm supposed to go now. No one said anything. I just got a couple people over there. Okay, I see that there's a there was a teleport area right behind me. Okay, this is the first boss. Yes. Turn that guy around. Okay, I saw a blue pillar. There's a purple. Grab it. Target's not in range. There we go. Damn. Stack. Inside. Oh, gotta get inside the donut. Oh crap, I'm frozen. Did someone drag a... Thank you. Now I gotta get in. Gotta get out of the water. Got another purple? No, that's an ice. Get out of that. Gotta stay out of the blue, out of the water, because you don't want to, like, get frozen. Yeah, if you have... There's an ice thing near you. There's a orb. Did we get him? We got him. Cool. All right. Treasure coffer B. Oh, well, yeah. A pair of Ammon's boots. I'm just not even going to worry about the loot because everyone disappears before I can even get there. Cast your lot. Okay, second boss, Glaze out. This is just a spank and tank. Well, these guys are not. They're just mobs. Can I even, like, please target something here? There we go. I don't know how useful... Oh, here comes the dragon. Okay. Don't stand in front of him. Where's the damn tank taking him? My mouse keeps disappearing. Okay, dragon's gone. Now we got the clones. Oh, that's right, the clones. Clone Wars! Fun game. That's tomorrow. Alright, fast and furious here. Get up that. Stand on this, it'll bounce me over to the platform. And this is Glacia. This one you gotta like... Oh, this is the spank and tank, so you don't have to worry about the stuff too much. Oh, except those. Okay, Glacia's done. I'll have to look at the loot when I'm done. Another dragon. Yay. Hey, dragon's down. So either I'm doing better or I have a hell of a healer. I don't know. I'll take the hell of a healer part because I'm not good at this. Okay, and this is who? The final curtain. Okay, Zandu is... Oh, we got these guys, the cum-cums. Who came up with that word? Another cum-cum. Come here. No. We don't want that to happen. Damn it. All right, one death. I forgot about the ice. They got him. All right, well, I forgot about the ice part because... I didn't see someone... What happens? Yeah, the ice for... When he goes into curtain call, that's why I missed. So I should have stood behind the player that had been iced. There was a big chunk of ice there. But I was chasing after the cum-cums. So this guy, Zandu, stand in the green circle, kill the ads, and stand in the AoE in the second phase. Okay. Hopefully they let me in, because that would have been... Go circle. Not that circle. Oh, almost got knocked off. So if I do get knocked off, there's a platform to go to. This is the ad phase, I gather. Okay, ads are gone. Here comes Zandu again. Oof. Oh, no, this way. Almost walked right into the damn AoEs. Okay. looking for anything that might... These things gotta kill these. Okay, someone got those. Good. Gonna be back. There he is. Hey, buddy. What's the haps? Okay, everyone's stacked. Oh, where is that damn thing? There it is. Get in there. Okay. Okay. If you're on the floor when that thing goes off, you're dead. Life is a circus. All right. My second raid. I survived. Well, I almost survived. Let's put it that way. That's cool. I'll take that. So I got one more raid I have to get through. I think I've got some quests that I have to finish first. And, yeah. I don't see anything about any of the stuff. So everyone left. It's like, okay, fine. Probably a cutscene, right? Yeah. I get to look up lovingly at the tower. Now that raid I didn't mind so much. It was just as chaotic as the first one, but I'll be honest with you, it was... I guess I understood the mechanics a little better, except for the ice block. That was the one thing I forgot about, so... Giratia says, Chad! Oh, no, just this way. Yes, that's me. You did it. You defeated Emperor Xande. Xande? Xanadu? We need, like, Olivia Newton-John to come on and start singing right now, right? Empires may rise and fall, but men's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. God, they just flipped open the dictionary and started looking up words. It's like, okay, thesaurus, bring this to me so I can write this. Truly, you're the champion we had hoped for, Chad Fist. No, I'm not. With Xanadu now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Oh, and this guy, casually strolling in. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surroundings. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. These are two ways that we may seal off Syrcus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. Clones! Clones everywhere! Send in the clones. Everyone, like, just casually strolls over. It's like, okay, that distortion, what is it? It's a rift in time. The Time Lords will be here soon. The power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the Void, the world of darkness, our people call it. And the true nature of that power is none other than the armies of a Void sent. Void Scent feed on ether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Sunday entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Void Scent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect, however, being of the Emperor's lineage. Uni and I believe that we can annul it. Oh, okay. By his blood, Zande sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time, Doga and Uni. Yes, Doga, finally we may fulfill our purpose. And then you got Nero in the background going, I thought snacks were around here somewhere. Where's the Tostitos? Alright, these two. And we got radio interference. Ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Nero, that was evil. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end a disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the ultimate weapon compares to this. That wasn't exactly as planned. What are you going on about? And the void is still open, obviously. The covenant is everlasting. It's the Eye of Saren. Oh. Oh, we have a friend. Hello, friend. What are you? Oh, we got a lot of friends. They're just like all popping in. Popping fresh friends. Woohoo. Now I can see why... Oh. Oh, here come the migraines. He's having visions again. He hasn't had visions for a while. And so Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power than that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Okay, obviously these guys are bad news, the ones that appeared through the portal. Chad, pull yourself together. Get your shit together, man. These guys just keep popping in. Is there no end to them? What is the seventh hells is happening? Well, they don't die, right? So they go into the void and then come back? Something like that. Arg, not now, damn it. Alright, got rid of those two. Ah. They just keep coming. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them, a void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Doga. He's getting sucked in. Bye. See ya, Doga. It's been real. And Unai is going to get sucked in too? It appears so. Confound it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Of course it is, Nero. Did you just kill... No. Okay, he killed one of the other clones. Not as planned, right, Nero? Nero! You get sucked in. The Covenant shall be honored. Okay. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Alright. And that thing goes away. And all the clones just, like, pass out. Huh. Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? I had no idea. As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros. Okay. I see why the entire raid, like, left, because that was like, no, we're not going to sit around and listen to this. All right, where do I have to go? I have to go and speak with Rambros. Because I already finished the second raid. Now I got to go chat. Am I going the right way? Looks like it. Can I fly in here? Yes, it appears that I can. Oh no, I cannot fly. I can walk though. So I'll do that mounted. We'll get out of the crystal gate because obviously we need to, like, go back to the base camp. Oh, these guys. Alright, fine. I think I can ride the rest of the way out. Got some dude beating on me, but it doesn't matter because I'm out of his reach now. Okay, back to Rambros. And I explained to him what happened. All this happened within the tower. God's preserve. Now, why did I have to go back and tell him? Because these guys are already there. They were there. They were with me. They could... the rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this, I am certain. Yeah, everyone already said that. There exists myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportion, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though voidsend can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel excuse me. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Uni. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Garuha, ever since meeting Uni and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with Alag. That answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Uni and Doga. I and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it, though we have known them but briefly. Doga and Uni are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. And yeah, Rambros. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient with dealing with the void. One cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Chad. Mark my words. Okay. And let's see. World hit the hippogriffs or World of Darkness. Roundbows has furrowed brow and look of one with ill tidings, because he's already finished his... well, actually, I'm going to repair first. I want to see what I got out of the raid, if anything. See. Did I find anything in there? Did I even get anything? I don't think I got anything. Probably because I didn't, like, go to hunt stuff. Alright, I need to... Yeah, anyway. Okay. So I don't think I got anything out of that. Let's see if there's anything sitting in my bags. I got faded copy of Hubris, faded copy of Tumbling Down, faded copy of Out of the Labyrinth, faded copy Now I Know the Truth, faded Shattered Orchestration Roll. I don't know what these are. Use to add to your orchestration list. Okay. I guess I'll use it. What? Oh, I'm getting music. Okay. Search for item. Search recipes using this material. Oh, got it. Wind up Onion King. What's this? An accurate representation of the soldiers who once made up for the greater portion of the Allagan Imperial Army. Use this to acquire the Wind Up Onion Knight minion. Okay. I now have an Onion Knight. And obviously Antique Breeches. Yeah. Can't use it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I've got some materia that I've got. Oh, what's this? Use? What do I do with this? Time-worn pages of sheet music retrieved from the labyrinth. it's crafting material, but I don't know. Can I use any of this? No. Well, they say apparently it's for some kind of crafting. What? I don't know. And see if there's any other stuff in my bag. Looks like I've been getting music all along and I just hadn't paid attention to it. So now I've got other music that pops up. That's cool, I guess. From the depths. And another something. Faded copy of Dark Vows. What's a dungeon seedling? That grows in the dank depths of the thousands maws of crafting material. You can tell I don't do stuff very much. Because I spend all my time trying to level. Alright. There is a repair person somewhere, maybe? Hopefully. Battle Warden, no. Ah, Merchant and Mender. That makes sense. Repair gear. And yeah. That's the thing. So everything has now been repaired. And I'm going to go and... I'm so scared to go into that other raid. Rembros, World of Darkness. Alright, let's do this. Chad, it is good for you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. I finished all my research. I used AI. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Uni, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Syrcus Tower, like 10 minutes ago, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zonde. But you, Chad, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void sent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Uni labored to annul their contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Uni, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zonde's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Uni and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alag. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious. According to the Alagan tombstone Nero presented us, tombstone. During the golden age of Alag, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any of the royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zonde's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then, what of energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall through the might of this threat. And, yeah, I guess I agreed. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the void gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Syrcus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Oh, you're just a little too agreeing about that, Chad, I tell you. Everyone's like, yeah, let's do this. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in the other worldly matters. With the Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Chad, just the men we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy and you, Master Garland, are how fair your endeavors. Quite well, the device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Syrcus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity and ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Chad. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to Crystal Tower? Okay, I guess I'm going to go raiding again. Alright, I'm just going to get up my mount. Hopefully this won't take too long. Am I headed the right way, or am I going the wrong way again? No, going the wrong way. Of course. And walk this way. Biggs and Wedge. Hello, guys. Chad, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Syrcus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. Chief's there overseeing the whole operation. You guys are wondering, it's like I've got little sticky notes with reminders for each fight. It's like, do this for this fight, do this for that fight. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can open a gateway to another world. I kept thinking that it would be interesting to do a compare and contrast if I brought my my caster in and did this as a DPS caster, and it's like because melee, you got a long ways to run. I mean, so far, the one comment I have is that these raids kind of are built around actually being a caster, being able to be a distance away from the boss. And so I'm thinking that I might end up leveling my my caster and see what I can do with her. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, my friends use Verizon. I'm just waiting for the engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something in this Garaha? Ah, Emperor Zande's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of a log's power, art, and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allagan civilization had lived on and just an emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Zande and his ambition. There were those who tried. That was a statement. Okay. And he's got his headaches again. Zande's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against the log. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards a log's heart for the kill, Zande lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In this desperation, Zande desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. In this end, he commanded the sun's power held with Dalamud to empty the Syrcus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Syrcus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of this cause from Uni and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Zande to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allagan history is astounding, Garaha. Why a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap 'tis strange, though I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. And a cell phone call. Yes, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, we'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good. Let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. All right, let's see what this machine can do now, Biggs. Hey, look, a void. And Saren's eye is back. Rembro says, a rift to the world of darkness, as Uni called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. Okay, he's excited. We can't break out of the mead just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the dark realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the void gate stays open. Yeah, that's valor of you. As will the sons of Saint Konesh. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Chad, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. And of course, Chad's ready. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. Not me. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed through beyond the rift. Make certain that you are prepared before leaving. How do I prepare? I mean, is that like a hint? A clue? Just a clue. Might I have a moment of your time, Chad? There is a matter of import we first must need discuss ere you leave. So apparently I'm all for leaving. Speak with Wedge at the 8 Sentinels. I did that. Oh, I need to do that. Okay. Now I need to speak to Graha. Chad, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allegan royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those 2 clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my words, father's words echo in my mind, the self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with the log. Mayhap what I wish to remember, and these words are related. Mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own 2 eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. Ah, I see. He's on a recruiting mission. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. Oh boy. I'm not too fond of that idea, but the world of darkness is now accessible. And it's in my duty finder. Oh joy. And it's right there, apparently. Okay, so I am going to take a break. I've got 2 things to do, one of which I don't need to tell you about. The second part, though, has to do with me checking out the video to make sure I didn't miss anything on the raid that I'm about to jump into. So I'm going to double check that while I am off stream, and then I'll be back on after the break, and we'll see if I can manage to get through this, because I watched the video a couple of times for the other raid that I did this morning. I got that. This one looks like it's going to be a lot more complicated, mechanics wise. So we'll see how that works. I will be back shortly. Hang in there. All right, here we go. Let's see how long this is going to take to get into the duty. Duty Finder. And we're going to do World of Darkness because I don't want to do Syrcus Tower. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you, Syrcus Tower was kind of a fun one. I'm seriously thinking that I may get my caster and bring her in and do these 3 and see how I do as a caster. I have found, like, playing World of Warcraft, I actually have been enjoying being a distance DPS, and it's been kind of fun. So we'll see. Let's see what happens with this being a melee. And it says 11 minutes, so you guys get to sit around and listen to me yak for maybe 11 minutes. So we'll see how this one goes. We need one more DPS. That's probably the same guy that didn't... Oh, we're in. All right. Let's see what happens with this one. I'm not looking forward to it. All right. I need to check something here. Okay, good. Roll the darkness. Hopefully they don't run off and leave me while I'm watching the cinema. Alright, duty commence. Let's go. Sprint. Everyone's sprinting like usual. I am in group which? I'm in group B. Now, of course, I'm killing the wrong one. Up. Now I'm on the right. Ooh, I almost got clobbered that time. Okay, this is the guy... Kick his ass. Okay, I'm in red. The next time that happens, I gotta get into the blue. And I forgot to get in the heal. I guess I just stand still. I don't remember reading about this. This is ridiculous. Mortal gaze, look away. This guy's about halfway down. Blue. And I died. Oh, someone wants to raise me. Good. Thank you for that heal. Okay, one death. One death. That's not bad. Can't use that. Can't use those. Alright. I didn't even see those pop up last time. Probably because I didn't click the thing as I went by. This is Queen. Queen. Okay, what do I do with the Queen? This is not Admus Prime, so I don't need to worry about her. Well, this is just like a mini-boss. Hidden gates, golden gates. Andre's clone? I don't remember him. You know, this healer is like very patient with me, thank God. Okay, got rid of him. Five-headed dragon. Here we go. I'm trying to see some of the other stuff around, and I don't stand here. Ooh. I've died again. Oh. God. Like I said, that's twice. Now the green shit. Oh, wow, okay. So 2 deaths. When I get down here, where's the thing? I guess we just stand down there until it's done, huh? There it is. And now we portal this way. That's the wrong one. I went the wrong way, of course. I have no idea where anyone went. There we go. There's B, there. Hopefully I took the right direction. Yes. And this is woof a woo. Oh, purple. God damn it. What'd I do? Wormhole generator. Get back there. So that's 3. Are they going to let me back in? No. Shit. Oh well. I get to watch. That sucks. Should have waited for, but I didn't want to. All right, so this is not as planned, obviously. Okay, finally. Plutonium. Okay, this one, don't stand in front. Stand in the meteors and kill the clouds. I'm trying to get there. Don't stand in front. Here's the orbs. We've got dark clouds. Where are they? Let's get rid of them. There's a dark storm. Gotta get that. There's another one. Okay. More dark storms. My rotation is all the shit at this point. Oh, they're all going this way, so gotta stand in this thing. Gotta get these clouds. One cloud left. Got them all. Well, I haven't done anything stupid in this one. That's good. Yay. Yeah, I really do want to bring my summoner in. But I haven't played with her for so long. It's kind of like I got to get used to her rotation and stuff again too. And that went bye-bye. All right. I have finished the 3 raids for the Crystal Tower. And that is a good thing, because now I can move on. Thank God. Where in the 7 hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the Cloud aids our cause little. Doga, Une, can you hear me? Nero. I'd leave Nero here, but that's just me. Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? That's got to be Nero. He's looking kind of crystally. Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank the 12. Are you all right? As all right as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. She fainted. Nero, by gods, what happened to you? I got dunked in purple paint. Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness has bound by Zande's holy covenant to bring prosperity to Allegan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void sent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Nice to know. Where am I? Renee, you are safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. And purple shit everywhere. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now I must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my dream? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. I thought we already took care of her. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can serve Zande's covenant. We can sever. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Chad, Garaha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. And they ponder. Boom. What the hell was that? What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Zande's blood. Tried to kill him. I'm not protected. Graha Tia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of the log that was. That a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan, not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how would I use this light, pray tell? I don't know. It's up to you. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. You will share our blood. We will share our blood with you. Ew. Though its effect will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allegan presence within you. Ephemeral. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound to fate by Allag. Our part of this journey is to bury Zande's dark ambitions in the past, and this was the true Uni and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. Oh, she was kind of cute. I was getting used to having her around, but all right. Have some blood. Now he's all glowing and shit, so, you know. He's going to be our next savior, I guess. Oh, both of his eyes are red now. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry that we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. Here, have this thing. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Unai, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Chad, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. Impudent. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Zonde's blood-stained dreams of glory ends. And we're walking across. There, glint of light. It grows faint, then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! How does he know all this? Oh, he knows it because he's like one of the... Oh, Nero. You idiot. Nero, no, you must move. Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I will not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with me, with it, but remember me, son of a log. I am Nero Toll whatever. The man who will yet outdo Alog and Garland. That was what you hoped to... May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you. Of course, I'm in agreement. Leave the guy there. I don't like having him in the Dark Realm. I mean, he's going to figure out something and come back and haunt us. Cough. Must move onwards. This is not where I can't come to rest. Oh, he's back to normal. But how did those... So those damn clones did it, after all. You better run, dude. Now, onwards. Oh, I thought we were going to leave Nero there. Ah! And it closes before he gets through it. Nope. Whose hand? Garland? Yeah, you owe me, Nero. Okay, Sid. The hells I do. All the cinematic. And the raid team's all like, thank God that kid's gone, man. It was like, I didn't want to have anything to do with Chad Fist ever again. You are returned unharmed, thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all Huh? Where are Uni and Doga? They're not... And I explain things, like usual. I see. I will miss the two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That's not true, my friend. Uni and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Graha? Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. Yeah, Biggs is happy. I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Chad are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Konosh's find. So back to base camp. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Chad. Oh, there are thousands of people who could have. And they wouldn't have died 3 times in the process, right? Would that I could have been more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Yes, but, you know. Have I remembered what I wished to? I don't know, you're a bard. Let's see if you remember. Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. Which is? But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Chad. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. And he's going, huh? Okay. A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. I thought it was going to be like an evil laugh or something. All right. I got to go out. So that's in. We got to go this way, and I'm going to jump on a mount. I was going to say, did I get anything out of this? Let's see if I did. I don't think I did, like usual. Oh! I got Demon Chest of Striking and the Demon Sorol of Striking. Cool. And I'm going to equip... Oh! This is just as bizarre as the last stuff I did. Okay, then. Alright, well, hey. It's updated gear. I will take it. I have... What's my gear level now? Who knows? I haven't figured out how to read all of that yet. I need to do some research on it. Yes, leave the 8 sentinels. And I've got these guys like right in front of me. Can I get by them without them jumping me? No, of course not. Alright, he's dead. And I've got one more guy to beat up on right there, so I might as well just walk. That went a little smoother. And we're going to go... We're not walking the rest of the way. I don't know what that guy has to say. I don't care. All right. Back to Rambros. Bros, what's up? I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Chad, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, and then let us free ourselves of the specter of the Alligans. All right, I'm going to. Oh, here we go. It's the light of hope. With a look of finality upon him, Rambros seems intent upon sealing the Crystal Tower once and for all. And hopefully, I don't have to do another raid. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Let me summon the others and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the Allagan eye that runs the Graha line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood and for what purpose? Hello. Mayhap all this was fate, from the discovering the tower to Graha gaining Uni and Doga's blood. I wish he'd stand still. He's making me dizzy. Has Graha said anything? For that matter, has Graha? Where is Graha? And what of Nero? What is Graha? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Chad, you say Graha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower? I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! 'Tis Graha Tia, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? 'Cause he's boss. I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Chad, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. And I gotta go in there again? No, not a chance. Oh, nope, I'm not doing that. Where do I have to go? Back into the Crystal Tower? Speak with the son of Saint Kanash. Son of a Kanash. Ah! You son of a Kanash. And where would that person be? That could just let me walk by. That's kind of nice. It won't happen a second time, though, guaranteed. Do I have to go into the Crystal Tower again? Yeah, apparently. Oh, man. Okay, fine. I look forward to the day that I can, like, one-hit these guys, man. That would be so much fun. Just... You're dead. Hit him once, bounce him off the wall. Can I jump on a mount here? There we go. There's a son of a Sankanash. What is in the world was Graha thinking, demanding we leave the tower? I don't know, we're asking you. No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, sir. I am certain of it. Back inside the tower. Go no further, my friends. The door will close ere long. So, you are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. You can't come here, you can't discuss. Come, man, what is this nonsense? Ayat is amiss. Surely we can help, if aught is amiss. Not this time, my friend. Just as Uni and Dalga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alag, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alag looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alag's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wishes. She used the very best of Alag's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. The man was my forebearer. For a millennia he waited. Alag's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin, but before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alag's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hell, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same heights as Alag, but by then, we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Amon did and put the tower into a deep sleep? They're stunned. What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Syrcus Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. Chadla's disturbed. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Okay. Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alag, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking. Graha. That's about how long it's going to take me to get to max level, probably. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our success and forgive us our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits, and you, Chad, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancients' wish. And he's history. Because there's no one left to like go and on the hands, so the gate is sealed. The tower is shut down. I have no idea what we're talking about, but I guess we'll find out. Here comes Chad. On to the future. With Sid looking backwards. Oh, I thought maybe he had something to say. But apparently not. Nero! He's going to say something really stupid. Crystal Tower slumbers again then. 'Tis too quiet for my taste. Oh, he's going to take off and go somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, it's not beeping. I'm not getting a signal. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all of this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. Of course, he's an opportunist. And he just throws away the device and says, yeah, screw it. I'm on to other things. A new dawn has come for me. Does this mean I get to start a new expansion? That's the new dawn I want, man. It's like, hey, let me in. That was an ominous little sound there. Speak with the son of St. Kanosh. I did that. And the light of hope has been fulfilled. So what do I do now? Go back to Rambros. I'm running a little late today, but I want to get back and be able to talk and take the quest from Menophilia. That's kind of where I'm at. So we'll see how much more crap they drag me through in order to get to that point. Leave the 8 sentinels and have a bunch of guys standing there ready to pound your face in when you emerge on the other side. There they are. Hi guys. Back to base camp. Okay, Rambo's, now what? You have just missed Sid, Chad. There is much that needs his attention if we are to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah. No matter how lonely St. Canusha's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future. Lit by Graha's beacon, sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. And I get a pot of Allegan Catalyst. And it is... okay. So it is material that I don't know whether I can use it or not, but that's what I get. You have completed the Crystal Tower quest series. The next main scenario quest can be accepted by speaking with Manophelia at the Rising Towers. Yes, I did it. Rising Stones. What is this? Is this still achievement unlocked? Out of the Dark. Hit the Hippogriffs. No, I'm going to decline that. All right, so we are back to Manophelia. So I'm going to take my teleport and go to Reverence Toll. And I'm going to park Chad there. Okay, where do I go in to see her? Not there. It's over here. Now that I went all the way around the circle. Do-do-do-do. Yes, enter the solar. And there she is. And she no longer has a red circle telling me I can't do the quest. This is exactly where I wanted to be. And I thought it was going to be here like 2 weeks ago. So this is where I am going to park Chad. And we're going to say adios for the day. If I don't see you before the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. I love you all. See you soon. Bye now.